The Feather Cape. Oh boy, the Feather Cape. I love this thing. It is strong. Some say too strong, but with all of its benefits, and it has benefits. You know I like my secondary unintuitive benefits. This thing has 5 of them. It has the standard frost resistance, which comes with immunity to cold, resistance to frost damage, and immune to the freezing effect of the mountains. Well, it also has the thing that everybody knows and loves it for. Fall damage minus 100%. And it also has Featherfall, the gliding aspect, the minus 5 meters per second on fall speed, which looks like this. Yeah, I'm sprinting while doing it. You cannot sprint to maintain or even regain stamina, which is really cool. It also affects while you're jumping. If you have very high run and jump skills like I do, I have run and jump 100, but even before then, you can be able to tell by this weird new arms out on the side animation. Just like that. That is when you are technically falling, and you will normally take fall damage at these higher jump levels just with a standard running jump or really high jump on even the slightest dip in terrain, which can be annoying, which thankfully is solved by Feather Cape. But this slowing you down has some potential drawbacks and balancing aspects. See, I know it doesn't seem like it's that slow, and I'm going to tell you right now that's because I have run and jump 100, and I'm fast regardless what I do, because I also have full Fenris set on. But I'm going to let you know, it's a potential drawback. Let's look into the future a little bit at a potential glance into the Ashlands. Okay, let's say that it's kind of flat, but there are these points and peaks. Maybe there's like sulfur pits or like volcanic activity. It's mostly flat, but there are some elevated areas that you might want to have a little Fenris cape or Feather Cape for. It's like, oh, hello. Feather Cape could be very useful in this regard. But let's also say there's a lot of fire going on, most likely. You'll probably want fire res in some way. There's probably going to be a new light armor set. It's going to be competing with full Fenris, so you might not have fire res from that. Which means maybe they can make a new cape. This one with fire res. And other benefits. Maybe there's a lot of smoke. Maybe the sulfur has poison. So you need maybe like poison res. Immune to smoke. You could have just like a cape that does all of that. And the cool thing is, remember how I said that the future biome, the Ashlands, could be relatively flat in a bunch of parts? See, when the area is relatively flat in combat, oftentimes it's a good idea, if you have an obstacle to jump over and it's still relatively flat, it's a pretty good idea to have that speed in combat, because speed is really good. You're able to get back and forth here and there really fast, and that fall damage is nothing to me, right? So if there's another cape in the future, with secondary benefits, provides a whole slew of relevant benefits, and it's not all covered by the light armor that we have right now, then Feather Cape might be an actual choice, and not just the best damn cape around. You know, it might just be like a legitimate option, rather than being power creeping everything in existence cape-wise. So, I take its power creeping nature, its somewhat overbalanced nature, with a grain or a pinch of salt, whatever you say, because it is very possible for them to design something in the future that will balance it out just fine. Maybe you'll want, you know how I usually keep Root Harnesk on me? although I don't because I'm in the meadows now. It's like, oh, I swap from Root Harness with Fenris to full Fenris. It's one click, it's really easy. And now I have resistance to Pierce, which used to help me out in the plains versus Desquitos, Spear Throwers. But then I see like Fulling Shaman. Boom, easy swap. Now I have Fire Res. Now the Fulling Shamans are a joke. Very, very helpful. Maybe doing a quick swap from one cape to another cape in the future. Gonna be very interesting. Could be. Now that that's out of the way, I just want to gush about this cape. Like, thank you, Iron Gate, for putting something like this in the game. It is so unbelievably satisfying to not have to worry about fall damage. It's been a pain going into a new world and just like relearning the muscle memory. Like, oh yeah, like jumping off of high areas is no longer safe, and like I see really cool spots and I'm like, man, I wanna jump off that, but I can't. You know, I want to glide, but I can't do that. I can't glide. Oh, it's just too satisfying. It's also really cool if you have a little ledge like this. You know, you get a quick jump snipe. Basically free mid-range combat. Like, oh, is enemy there? You know, whee! You know, you can do that even without sprinting so that you don't drain extra stam. Careful though, because slopes can sometimes eat your jump like mine did there. Boom. Snipe. Free mid-range, which is also good with stabs and such on mage builds like I talked about the other day. But yeah, Feather Cape enables a lot of interesting things with the verticality of this game. I still want to just be able to aim my attacks up and down, you know? But jump shots, man. Very fun. Very cool. Very silly. I love it. I love it. There's a lot of style to be had with this type of thing. I like the idea of more aerial battles. I really love being able to use the Demolisher up in the mountains and run and jump onto drakes and then bonk them. That's a lot of fun. Now doing the Desquito parry and riding a Desquito is no longer semi-lethal. I know fall damage caps out at 100, but still. It's just going to be a breeze to jump on a Desquito and explore. I've also jumped on top of the Plains Monoliths. Just had a lot of fun gliding down from that. The exploration aspect is phenomenal. I really like that. The one thing that I don't like about Feather Cape with Mistlands is more Wisp-Light related. And that is, I'm going so fast through the mist gliding that the Wisp-Light is not catching up. And I really do think the Wisp-Light speed, especially when you're turning directions or jumping up and down, it's got to be a lot faster. It's got to be really quick with it. The acceleration has to be a little bit better. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, Feather Cape, phenomenal for exploration, phenomenal for certain aspects of combat. Not the probably not going to be the GOAT cape, but it's going to be one of the best that we've ever had. No doubt about it, this is something that we're going to be able to take into the end game comfortably. We'll be able to take this into every biome and have a fun time. I don't doubt it for a second. So, what do you think about the cape? Personally, you know I love it. Love this thing. So satisfying. Let me know what you think about potential future capes and such, and well, I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.